The Capitals pick up a huge win over the Bruins.
Your Locked On Capitals, your daily podcast on the Washington Capitals. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome in to this bonus edition of Locked On Capitals. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. As always, this podcast is free and available on all the major platforms. My name is Dan Holme. You can find me on Twitter. It's at DanCaps218. You can find the show on Twitter. It's at Locked On Caps. So in this bonus edition of Locked On Capitals, we talk about your victorious Washington Capitals as they do the improbable and pick up a huge win, a shutout win over the Boston Bruins, who have the second most points in all of the NHL. How did they get it done? It's like it was a different team that I was watching out there today. The defense was stifling. Boston, who has one of the best records in all of the NHL, could get no traction going against the Capitals. Is this the Capitals turning the page? I don't want to get ahead of myself as they have another big one this afternoon against the team who has the most points in the NHL, the Vancouver Canucks. So what a momentum swing for the Capitals, I guess it could be. What a morale boost for the Capitals on the Father's trip. Just a big game. And then you have Alex Ovechkin passing Wayne Gretzky for the most empty netters. Hey, at this point for Alex Ovechkin, he will get goals how he can get them. I really don't care how he gets them at the end of the day. But it was a big game for Alex Ovechkin, getting the extra points. It was also a big game for Oshie, who got on the board, and Dylan Strome, who now has 20 goals on the season. It's been quite some time since there's been anyone else but the grade 8 leading the Capitals in goals, but Dylan Strome is getting it done with 20 goals. Guys, can you believe that? Dylan Strome, who did not get a qualifying offer from the Chicago Blackhawks, has paid off in spades for the Capitals as he continues to dominate. And Charlie Lindgren, the outlaw, a perfect game, 18 for 18. And, talking again here briefly about Alex Ovechkin, who has goals in 4 straight games and got his 12th goal of the season. A thing that was, thought of, and I thought of that earlier in the season, is that there's no way that he could get 20 goals this season. I'm going to go ahead and say if he continues on this trajectory that it is possible. So quite an about face for Alex Ovechkin, who is a changed man after the All-Star break. I guess when you ride camels in Dubai and you can spend some quality family time, that it can, change your perspective on life. I don't want to overthink it. I am just happy that Alex Ovechkin is engaged in playing a great game. But wow, what a game for the Capitals. Improbable, not impossible, but I got to be honest with you, I definitely did not see the Capitals picking up a win and shutting out the Bruins, who, let's be honest here, is one of the best teams in the NHL. A huge, huge victory. It would be a game changer. I'm going to go ahead and say if the Capitals could beat the Canucks today, that would be, that could be a season-changing win. And people are going to say, Dan, are you getting ahead of yourself? It's two wins. What does it matter? These are huge teams and huge wins and huge morale boosts for the Capitals. So let's hope they can keep it going on Super Bowl Sunday. Can you believe it? A win here or a win there can totally change this team's outlook. I don't want to get ahead of myself and say the Capitals will win. What I am going to say is it would be huge if the Capitals could pick up a dub today, not to mention that they have the Avalanche, who is one of the better teams in the NHL as well. Things could really change for the Capitals in a hurry. Let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. Listen, once again, I want to thank you for joining me on this impromptu edition of Locked On Capitals, and I'll talk to you again next time.